What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Awakening. Now, as always, this is going to be a Codex episode, not a main episode of the Let's Play. So if that's not something you're interested in, go ahead and click away now and wait for a main episode of the Let's Play. If that is something you're interested in, then let's dive into these Codexes, for the last time should be of the Awakening series. Down in creatures, we have Blighted Werewolf. When a man in West Hill told me about his encounter with a Blighted Werewolf, I was inclined to believe him. Although werewolves may be abominations of a sort, wolves possessed by rage demons, or so the story goes, it is true that their bodies still live. The Blight is known to corrupt bears and wolves in addition to humans, elves, and dwarves, so it is conceivable that any living creature, even a werewolf, is at risk. The man saw the beast ambush a bear, springing from the shadows with such speed that it seemed a blur. The bear was dead within seconds. I thank the Maker that I have never seen a run-of-the-mill werewolf. I am sure I never want to encounter one that is blighted. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetive. Tears in the Veil. Studies of the Veil have never been thorough. The Tevinters once theorized that the Veil is thin in places that have seen great bloodshed. As the Chantry is so fond of reminding us, the Magisters of the Imperium only once crossed physically into the Fade, the catastrophe that blackened the Golden City. As the story goes, the ritual consumed a vast quantity of lyrium and the blood of 100 slaves. But was it the deaths that bridged the worlds, or simply the blood and lyrium? Or both? Demons seize every opportunity, every tear in the veil, to enter our world. Once the veil is torn, it is extremely difficult to mend. Some say impossible. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslus, the Blackmarsh. The Blackmarsh is a dreary place, so damp you can feel the chill in your bones. Leave your clothes out to dry for a week, and they'll still be cold and wet when you put them on. I called Martin daft when he suggested we move there. An awful place, he said, but also a place where one can make a great deal of money collecting peat. By the Maker's soggy underclothes, he was right. From the Journal of Vera, the seamstress. Justice. I have no name, only a virtue to which I aspire. The spirit of justice fought on behalf of the villagers that the Baroness trapped in the Fade. When the Warden commander escaped through a tear in the veil, justice was dragged along and deposited in the corpse of the Grey Warden Kristoff. The Baroness's defeat left justice trapped in the mortal world. Believing Kristoff's mission to be worthy, he agreed to travel with the Warden commander. Kristoff's wife, Aura, arrived at Vigil's Keep. Upon realizing what had become of her husband, she accused Justice of desecrating Kristoff's body. This distressed Justice, who insisted on finding a way to ease Aura's pain. Justice visited Aura again later, promising to avenge her husband's death. This pact gave both a measure of peace. Justice likes tokens that remind him of the Fade, as well as items that provide insight into Kristoff's life. Records of the Blackmarsh. Some years ago, a dragon rampaged through the countryside, gorging herself on animals and people. Before long, she nested near the village of Blackmarsh. Fearing she would drag off villagers to feed her young, we sent men to drive the beast away. The men were never seen again. The new Baroness had till then done little for her people, but she emerged from her manor and told us not to worry. She'd been sent from Orlais not just to rule, but to protect. She promised the dragon would be gone by sundown the next day. He set off in the morning, alone. We were certain she'd gone insane. What chance had one woman against a dragon? At sundown, there came a loud clap, like thunder, so great it shook the earth. Then, our Baroness returned to us, triumphant. Of the dragon, there was no sign. The Baroness, no longer aloof, sang and danced with the lowest of us. There were dark whispers that the Baroness was a witch, but we did not care. Her magic had saved us, and for that, we loved her. From the records of the village of Blackmarsh. Kristoff's journal. You in town have heard anything about Darkspawn stragglers. I doubted reports myself until a man told me he encountered Darkspawn in the Blackmarsh. Although locals say the marsh is haunted, brave and desperate souls like this man still risk collecting peat. The man said their leader spoke, but all know Darkspawn cannot talk. More horrifying, he described a monster, a worm with legs. Surely he was mistaken about it following the Darkspawn. I shall leave for the Blackmarsh in the morning. From the Journal of Kristoff, Grey Warden. The Baroness's secret. The veil is weak near the stone circle. Perhaps it's my rituals, but I suspect it has always been weak here. I feel traces of old, ancient magic. Maybe this is what drew me. I think the girls feel it too. As we approached the circle, they sensed something was wrong. With me. Did they fear me? Something about this place is changing them, claiming them for its own. It is conceivable that using their blood to reinvigorate me traps their souls in the Fade. Perhaps they become the same demons, ghosts, spirits who invade my dreams. I know. It doesn't matter. There are nothing, peasants, while I am the Baroness of Olay. From the Journal of the Baroness of Blackmarsh. A letter from Aura. Dearest Kristoff, my sister and her babe are well. I shall leave Jada as soon as they are settled. Expect me at Vigil's Keep within the month. Ferelden is cold and wet, so make sure your socks are dry before you put them on. I know how it is with men. You can slay 1,000 Darkspawn, but when it comes to clean clothes and dry socks, you're hopeless. I can't wait to see you. Love, Aura. Last but not least, we have Karsten Wilde's last testament. They came to me for help, these 3 maidens of the Blackmarsh. They were young, beautiful, vital, everything she desires. They gave me gold, jewels, and family heirlooms. I imagined their mothers and fathers, uncles and brothers pressing those treasures into their hands, enough to ransom a life promised to their Baroness. I agreed to spirit them away from Blackmarsh. She learned of it. She appeared the night before. Her eyes were like flat, dull stones. Her hair was stringy and streaked with grey, and I saw why she needed the women. I hid them in my wagon. The youngest embraced me before she crawled between the bales of hay. She said, "Make her bless and watch over you." I drove them to the crossroad where the Baroness's man waited. He took the wagon. Their families never knew. The witch, as good as her word, brought me a chest of gold. She twirled like a little girl, eyes now sparkling. You've earned every bit, merchant. The gold was no comfort. I saw their faces on each sovereign, heard their voices in the tinkling of the coins. I couldn't bear it. I buried it all in the deepest part of the marsh. Still, I found no peace. There will be no peace for me until I stand before the Maker. Karsten Wilde, attached as a map to the cache. So Karsten there was feeding people to the Baroness, the young women of the village, in order for her to keep her youth. He eventually found out that his guilty conscience didn't have a price. Now he's resting somewhere, most likely in hell, for being such a coward and a traitor. Right, that is going to be it for this episode, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age Awakening. Take care everybody, have a good day.